guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm recapping 9-Day Fiance The Other Way season 2 episode 5 or 4, whatever. I don't know how I got my numbers wrong, and I don't think I skipped a week, so I was right last week when I said we were watching episode 4, even though I corrected it to episode 3. So in the title, I'm going to call it episode 4 and 5, but this is really episode 5. So with that being said, let's get into it. We'll start off with Armando and Kenneth. There really wasn't much for Armando, and for Kenneth, he's preparing to get ready to move to Mexico. I don't know, for some reason I love Kenneth. I've fallen in love with him even though I don't really know him. We haven't really seen his character on the show yet to kind of see how he is. But so far so good. I like how he is. He seems like a really good father, and he seems like he really does care for his kids. So I do appreciate that. The kids were making me feel some type of way, making me so sad. You can tell that he's a very good father and he doesn't want to leave, but it's kind of necessary for him to leave to chase and finally be with the man he loves. So we'll see what happens with that, but there was really nothing with them. So next we have Brittany and Yazan. So it takes place back from the last episode where Yazan is saying, F Brittany, I don't know why I did this, blah 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 blah, and she's kind of just standing there like, okay, are you done? And she was just kind of, I hate when people play dumb when they know like what's wrong, and she was kind of like, I've never seen him act like this, I don't even know why he's acting like this. When you know he specifically told you specific rules that he would want you to follow. But for her, she kind of brushed it off like, I can do whatever I want, and then like we have different cultures and stuff like this. I don't know if Brittany knows, but she's marrying into a culture and a religion, and to me it doesn't look like she realizes that. But she seemed very unbothered with like him acting up. So then it's so funny because he's mad, and then he's like, okay, fine, you know, I'm going to bring her to the hotel and like go. So she's like, okay, and she's like, I don't, like, she's trying to explain herself like, you know how I am, I'm not going to be like breaking rules, but I'm also an adult. And he keeps telling her, shut it up, stop talking, don't talk to me. He's saying all that stuff, and she's like, and the way he's saying it is very aggressive in his tone, and his body language is he's telling her to shut her mouth, but then telling her to her face like, shut your mouth. And she is gonna obviously say like, I don't know what you think you're doing, and take your hand out of my face. They both agree, okay, I'm not talking to you. And then Brittany is crying, and then also you see Yazan, hey, I hate when people do that, when they like try to play with your chin. It's so annoying. It does make you laugh, but it's so annoying. And he's like, Brittany, are you okay? And I'm just like, are you dumb? Don't cry, and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, tears are sometimes like a man's weakness. And she's still upset, and she didn't want to help him carry her bags, and she just kind of left it as that. And he turned the other way, and he went, I guess, home. So that's kind of it with them. She was gonna, I don't know, I forgot when she said she was gonna reveal that she wasn't married, but like, she sees the seriousness of the situation, so let's not delay it too much. So next we have Ariella and Binyan. So you don't really see much about Ariella except for she's getting ready to go to Ethiopia with her mom, and she's very excited. She's very sad she missed her family, but this is like a new chapter in her life. Very excited. And then you kind of get to learn a little bit about Binyan. where he's this 29-year-old, what did I say, personal trainer, an MMA fighter, and a dancer in a club, and an aspiring singer, which I was not feeling the music, but I'm like, how much money is he making doing all these jobs? And like the MMA job, is he getting paid to fight? Or is he training people? Like, where's the money? Where's the stream of income coming in? He lives with, I believe, his brother and his brother's wife, and I don't know how much money he's making from those jobs, but it didn't seem like enough to support a family. Or maybe he's just saving up a lot of money while living with them. They explain a little bit how they met and how he fell in love with her, and then he also explains that he did have a wife, an American wife, and then they were married for 4 years, and she went off to America with her son, which I guess her son's a lost cause the way that he was acting. He acted like, damn, last time I saw my son. And like, that's it. So you have that, and he's telling his friends that Ariella's coming, and they're like, I don't really know, because I don't really know to trust her, because we've been there and done that. You don't really need friends' approvals, but that's what they have to say. Anyways, so next we have Devin and Jihoon. So I guess it takes place first with Jihoon and his parents, him telling her that like Devin and the kids are coming, the mother-in-law's coming, and I don't know, I feel like he has a little bit of his mom's personality of just like, it's okay, like whatever type of thing. And once again, I don't understand why Devin is not an expected daughter-in-law, because have you met your son? Your son is not desirable in any way, shape, or form. And I'm not talking about physical, I'm talking about his mentality and his personality. I felt like if he had it his way, he would have no job, live with his parents or off his parents, and take care of his family with 4 kids. Because it seems like he's taking no responsibility of anything. He does tell his parents that Devin found the place, which even his mom was like, okay, well, why did she find the place? Plus, why am I finding the place if you live here? I don't know what areas are good. I don't know what areas are bad. I don't know how much is too much or too little. It's like Devin did everything, and Jihoon is just there. So he meets Devin at the airport, and Devin did not know that Jihoon was going to bring his parents. There's a little bit of culture shock with Devin's mom. Devin's mom needs to kind of tone it down 4 notches. She's acting very American, and she's coming off rude as well on top of it. So it's good that Jihoon's mom doesn't really speak much English, because I would be annoyed with Devin's mom if I could understand what she was saying. So they get into the car is full, so then Jihoon's dad follows them, and it's Jihoon's mom that's driving. Apparently she's not a great driver in Alicia's eyes, and she's complaining, she's bickering, she's saying snide comments, being really annoying. She definitely does not need to be a front seat driver. And they're driving around and they're trying to find the place, and then they see this place or this area, and they realize like, okay, this kind of looks a little bit run down. And his mom's like, this is the place. And I don't know if Devin consulted with Jihoon about the area, because you also have kids, and like, why am I going to do all this work when you should know the answer? If I were to say, hey babe, I found this, I'm going to get this, can you look at it? I hope she had said something like that, because that place, whatever it was, I was like, that's not it. But I digress. So you don't see what happens in the when they go inside, but I'm excited to see what inside looks like. The neighborhood is a bit rough. So next we have our newest and I believe our last couple, Tim, 34, from Texas, and Melissa, 29, from Colombia. So Tim, I have to get over Tim's personality and the way he speaks, because the way he speaks, I've usually heard someone do that like in an impression, but to hear someone just regularly speak like that, it's something I need to adjust to, because every time I'm just kind of like, oh my god, like, oh. So he had a troubled youth, and in his young adult life, then at one point he decided, because of jail does that to some people, decide that, okay, I'm gonna get my act together, and he went to school. And one day he was at, I don't know if he's at a nightclub or something, and he met Melissa, and or he was like a bartender, I believe, and he somehow got her attention and won her over, and then from that day on they decided to date. You find out that they were only really together for 1 week before Melissa had to move away. She was an au pair, and she was taking care of another kid in another state, while I guess doing her studies. So it was always known she was gonna go back, but instead of ending the relationship when she moved, they decided to maintain it, and they've been seeing each other whether she goes or he goes throughout this whole time. He wanted to be serious with her, he wants to commit fully, so he's decided to move to Colombia. So throughout the episode, you see her crying and, oh my god, I didn't mean to do this, blah blah blah, and I'm like, what did he? At first, I'm like, what did he do in order for her to not be able to come to the country? I thought he did something like legally. I thought he lied on some legal forms or something, like she got banned from the States, but she didn't get banned from the States. She just doesn't want to come. So you're just like waiting, and I thought they weren't going to reveal it in this episode, but they do, and they tell you that he cheated on her in a moment of weakness. Cry me an ocean, and was with a coworker. It happened, and Melissa was planning on moving to the States with him, but when she found out, she was just kind of like, I didn't want to deal with this. I don't want to come back there. I prefer to be where I am versus leave my friends and family for essentially a cheater. And that's why he's making the effort to go live in her country. So he meets up with his friends, because it's a week left before he leaves, and he's never told his friends about this whole situation, but they are in love with her. I don't know what kind of impression she left on those people, but those people were just acting like Melissa was their best friend. And he reveals to them that, okay, I cheated. The girls of the group, the way that they switched up so quick, it made me laugh. Especially when one of his friends was like, do I think he deserves her? To be honest, no. And I was like, woof. I'm like, those are fighting words. And this is your friend? And they were just, the other girl was like, I felt like I want to punch in your face for her. I'm so mad. And they were basically telling him that he needs to get on his A game and he better put in that work. And which he plans to, so we'll see what happens. We don't know much about Melissa other than what we've seen in video chat, so I'm excited to get to know more of her and her story. But with that being said, this is the recap of 90 Fiance The Other Way, Season 2, Episode 5. I don't know what happened to 4. We're gonna say 5 and 4. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Maybe I could front look, maybe I could buy a zip, maybe I get fucked up. Next time I could save some. Why it's gotta be like this? Why it's gotta be that way? Put it inside. Feel so rise up, banging on that loud.